Whereas members of Westover Senior High School, high class of 1980 have gathered together to celebrate their 30th class reunion, and whereas the class of 1980 was the first class to attend all 3 high school years at Westover High School. And whereas for the past 30 years, the members of this class have been outstanding examples of the community-minded citizens who have served and continue to serve as important role models to the young men and women in their communities. And whereas the city of Fayetteville extends our best wishes and trust this 30th reunion of Westover Senior High class of 1980 will be a memorandum and enjoyed occasion as you gather to remember, reconnect, and reflect. Now, therefore, I, Anthony G. Chabon, Mayor of the City of Fayetteville, North Carolina, and on the behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim Saturday, November the 27th, 2010, to be Westover Senior High Class of 1980 Day. In Fayetteville, our city of history, heroes, and a hometown feeling, and call upon our citizens to join with me in congratulating each graduate and to reaffirm our commitment to uphold the highest standards of excellence in education as so admirable, exemplified by Westover Senior High School. Go Wolverines.
Thank you, James. And I'd like to acknowledge Nisi for making that happen, if you guys will give her a round of applause. That's also a good segue to remind you guys, when you heard in the proclamation, he challenged us to be good citizens of our communities. And one of the things that we did during this time of celebration was to include an opportunity to give back to Westover. And so what we did was elect to do a book drive in support of the literacy program at Westover. And you all may have seen the list that we distributed via Facebook, and where you had an opportunity to either pick up some of the books from Barnes & Noble, and there's a collection of those books on the table. And what our goal is to adopt one class and to distribute 25 of the same book. So if you have not contributed to that effort, you still have time. You can see myself or Nisi with a monetary contribution, and we'll make sure that those books are ordered and distributed. Sheldon has agreed, since he lives here in the area and he is an educator, to make that delivery to Westover. So give yourselves a round of applause for supporting Westover in their literacy program. And so the next thing I'd like to do, while it's not a celebratory act, it is something that we felt was very important to do during this time, and that was to recognize our classmates who are deceased. So if you would just take a moment and think about any classmate that you are aware that has gone on and transitioned on and is no longer with us, and if you will just stand and say their name, and we'll do that until all names have been called out that we're aware of, and then we'll have a moment of silence, okay? So I will start with Marlon Gainey. John Perkins, John Norman.
Kenneth Walker, Bobo.
Kenneth Bobo Walker. Oh. He wasn't a member of our class, but he is a member of Westover, an alumni of Westover. Anybody else from the class of 1980 that you're aware of? Buzz Wren.
Oh my gosh.
And his father. And Buzz's father.
And his father.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
And Spider.
I didn't know Buzz passed away.
Michelle Tyndall. Maggie Delaney? Maggie Delaney. Was there anyone else that you all are aware of?
My cousin Scott Perry.
Scott Carey.
Scott Torres.
One of them.
One of the, Alfreda or Olivia Scott,
That's
one of the Scott twins. All right, anyone else? All right, at this time, then, if there are no other names to acknowledge, I just ask that we take a moment of silence on their behalf.